In this video, I have 10 new releases coming out in 2024 that I am highly anticipating, that I am extremely excited for, and I want to talk about them. The first book on my list is The Night Guest. This is a horror thriller novella. It is only 208 pages. One night, the main character falls asleep with their watch on and wakes up to find that she's walked over 40,000 steps in the night. What is happening when she's asleep? Why is she waking up with increasingly disturbing injuries? And why won't anyone believe her? That is very intriguing, and I do wear my watch. I do work fully from home, and I really have found that since becoming a remote worker, I have become very sedentary. So I'm trying to get my steps in and try to get healthier pretty much. So that is really, that aspect of this book very much interests me, that I'm just imagining myself in the shoes of this character and waking up one day, looking at my watch and seeing overnight, I now all of a sudden have 40,000 steps. What happened overnight? Where did I go? I would definitely be putting cameras up everywhere. That one intrigues me. The Night Guest is set to be released on September 3rd. The next book is Flight of the Wild Swan by Melissa Pritchard. This is a novel about Florence Nightingale, whose courage, self-confidence, and resilience transformed nursing and the role of women in medicine. Melissa Pritchard reveals Florence Nightingale as a rebel who wouldn't relent, one whose extraordinary life offers a grand lesson in inspired will. So I am so intrigued by that. The first thing that caught my attention was the cover of this book. I'm really pulled in by this one, and I have a strong feeling that I could end up absolutely loving it. This one is set to be released on March 12th. The next book on my list is Rainbow Black by Maggie Thrash. And this is another one that I love that cover. That cover is popping and eye-catching. Set against the 90s satanic panic and spanning 20 years in the life of a young woman pulled into its undertow. This is being marketed as mystery, thriller, queer LGBT fiction. I am very intrigued by that. This one is set to be released on March 19th. The next book on my list is Spitting Gold by Carmela Locus. This book is set in 19th century Paris, blending gothic mystery with a captivating sapphic romance. Two celebrated and fraudulent spirit mediums come back together for one last con. This book is giving all of my buzzwords, and I will definitely be reading that one when it comes out. It is set to be released on May 14th. The next one on my list is another one I am extremely excited for. And that book is Mother Knows Best, Tales of Homemade Horror. This is a short story and poem collection from some of today's fiercest women in horror. One of which I am the most excited for is Rachel Harrison, is one of the authors in this collection. So this is a all women in horror anthology, which is featuring stories about the scariest mothers of them all. I am instantly intrigued when I see a movie coming out or a new book that features scary mothers. So I'm so interested in this one, as well as Rachel Harrison is one of my all-time favorite authors. I want every single book that she has ever published on my shelf. I will read anything she ever comes out with. And so I love this. This one works for me on every level imaginable, except for that I sometimes struggle with short story collections. This book is set to be released on May 7th. The next book on my list is Monsters We Have Made by Lindsay Stark. It is a poignant and evocative novel that explores the bounds of familial love, the high stakes of parenthood, and I love this, okay? give me this, and this is what I look for in every book. The tenuous divide between fiction and reality. So that is telling me that this book may read a bit like a fever dream. It may read like one of those books where everything is a little bit off kilter and a little bit nonsensical. So I am so excited. I will read this one when it is published. This book is set to be released on March 26th. The next book on my list is The Black Girl Survives in this one. This is another anthology horror collection. This book celebrates a new generation of best-selling and acclaimed Black writers. 15 chilling and thought-provoking stories place Black girls front and center as heroes and survivors who slay monsters, battle spirits, and face down death. I think that one sounds amazing. I'm really excited for this one to come out, and this book is set to be released on April 2nd. The next book on my list is A Botanical Daughter by Noah Medlock. I love the vibes that this book is giving me. A captivating tale of two Victorian gentlemen hiding their relationship away in a botanical garden, who embark on a Frankenstein-style experiment with unexpected consequences. Okay, I need to calm down because I'm getting my heart rate up right now because I love Frankenstein. So you got me there. Yes, I love everything about this one, and this book is set to be released on March 19th. Oh my God. The next book on my list is Night Owls by A.R. Vishny. This is a thrilling paranormal, hold your horses, YA romance debut. No. Two Estries face New York's monstrous underworld to save the girl one of them loves with help from the boy one of them fears. Okay, I'm sorry. No, we're removing this one from my books. I will not be reading you. I'm so sorry. I'm not interested. I just know I'm not gonna like that one. The next book on my list is Our Wicked Histories by Amy Goldsmith. Okay, this book is calling itself a literary horror following a teen girl's attempt to make amends with her former friend group, which takes a sinister turn during a weekend getaway at an ancestral Irish estate. This book sounds like it's going to have a lot of atmosphere. I love that it is set in Ireland. I love books that examine friendship, female friendship, and the bonds between women. One of the tags on Goodreads is Halloween. So I am curious, is this book going to be set during Halloween? It's not released during Halloween, so that's why I'm wondering, why is it tagged as such? I love that. I want to read a book that is set during Halloween. I feel like we don't get a ton of those. This one is set to be released on July 30th. The final book on my list here is Graveyard Shift by M.L. Rio. This is the author of If We Were Villains. It is a story about a ragtag group of night shift workers who meet in the local cemetery to unearth the secrets lurking in an open grave. That sounds so interesting and intriguing. The only thing I don't love is that this is a novella. It's a very short story. It's only 128 pages. That is a drawback for me because I personally love shorter books, but the sweet spot for me is like anywhere between 250 and 300 pages. I don't know. It's like, because if it's so short like that, I find that it sometimes leaves me wanting more. Like, I want you to be more of a full-fledged story, you know, like give me more. That story sounds so interesting, but you're only gonna give me 128 pages. You're gonna cut it off too soon. I don't know. It sounds interesting. I love the cover. We have some mushroom horror here, which give me that any day of the week. Mushrooms are scary. I don't care what anyone says. And yeah, this one is set to be released on September 24th. That is all 10 new releases that I had to speak about in this video. I am always adding more and more new releases to my like anticipated books list. If you guys have any books that are coming out this year that you are very interested in and highly anticipating, please let me know. I love to keep track of the new releases. I don't always read all of them. Who has time? Who has time to read every single book that comes out every single year? I'm just taking a moment here to highlight the ones that look the most interesting to me. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.